Because Whitney, that's my girl. Shout out to Nippy. She did I Believe in You and Me. That was her remix.
Wait a minute. That was a remake?
Yes.
Who made the original?
I'll Google it. I'll Google it.
But you come.
I'm trying to tell you it was a remake. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you in a minute. Y'all,
what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Twisted Tuesdays, where we have a real conversation about real life experiences. No joke. Today, it shouldn't be a surprise. Shera Renee, the host of the Blemished Beauty Podcast, back on the stage again. This time, we're going to talk about what the old folks say. You know, the old folks always had something to say. I mean, always had something to say. So, after, you know what? What's up, sis? What's up?
I'm so glad my mic ain't muted this time. Bam. That's how you know I'm here a lot, because now I done mastered it. My mic ain't muted.
About time. You done been up here enough to know not to mute.
It took about 17 tries before I got it right. This persistence. I'm persistent.
Exactly. 20 times and you finally come up here with no mic muted this time.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
All right. So you got to start it off. You got to get a conversation going about these old folks and what they had to say.
So one of the things that I didn't understand then, but I understand now, is you will understand it more by and by. And for me, that means you will understand it as you grow, as life starts lifing. And the thing that you will understand is the importance of having a relationship with God, the importance of peace of mind, the importance of isolating yourself, the importance of community, and the importance of having good people around you, because just like children, adults need villages too.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? That's the same thing as by and by is the same thing as keep living. I mean, I'm like, my mom used to say that all the time. I'm gonna keep living. What you mean? I want to. I want to keep living. What you mean? But as I grew into, adulthood, I realized that there are some things that you have to experience as you become an adult. And then you become an adult, then you understand why on Saturday mornings your mama playing the gospel music, on a Saturday morning, listen to these old hymnals. Now everything starts to make sense, because Amazing Grace and all these songs that we listen to that are hymns in church, you're like, I don't want to hear that song. Go through some things.
Let me hear Blessed Assurance right now. I'll cry. Boo-hoo cry. Ugly cry. Okay? Because those things keep you. They ground you. Them Saturday mornings, my mom wasn't playing no gospel. She wasn't doing that. But she was playing them old school songs, them R&B songs, the Sherelle and Alexander O'Neal Saturday Love. She was playing, all of that while we was cleaning the house. And that used to irk my soul, because we had to get up at the crack of dawn to clean up the house. The other thing my mom would do is, if we were going somewhere, so we had to go out or whatever, she'd be the first one in the store. The store open at 7:00. She there at 7:00. She want to be home and finished with everything before 12. Now that I've kept living, I do the same thing. I understand why, because these people is crazy. And after 12 o'clock, everything is picked over. You're getting trampled on, people breathing on your neck. It's just loud kids, bad kids. Like, you want that peace to shop. You want to just do all your work and get it done so you have the rest of your day. But as a child, you ain't understanding none of that. You definitely not understanding none of that. Her going to church, we had 8 o'clock service. We was there 7:45. And I tried to watch Apollo, and Apollo come on at 1 a.m.
Yeah, no business.
Yeah, okay, then that's what I get. Because around 7:45, when it's time to get up, I'm doing a Popeye. I
Exactly.
got one eye open. But doing that first service, again, you have the rest of your day. You get
Mm-hmm.
to just show up and do what you need to do, get yourself prepared for work for the week. When you go to those later services, you can't do all of that. You have time for Sunday dinner if that's everybody's thing or whatever the case. Maybe you can organize your day how you want to organize your day. So, a lot of the things that the older generation implemented is so vital for us now. We still do those things, and it's like, wow. But we got to find a way to communicate it to the new generation because we can't just walk around saying, "Oh, you'll understand by and by." Like they were talking riddles all the time, and we'd just be looking. We'll be just standing there looking like, what?
Exactly. What you talking about?
But
Bye
this
bye.
generation gonna ask you because we wasn't bold enough. I'm not gonna ask my mother what the hell you talking about. I'm not gonna say
Man,
that. I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna lose all my teeth. But this generation gonna say, "What the hell are you talking about?"
for real. They would say it and get hurt. we was in the times where parents would beat us with whatever they got in their hands. If it was the broom, we got it. We got it. If it was their shoe, we got it. But I had to get up early on Saturday mornings too. I had to get up early on Saturday mornings to clean baseboards, walls, all of this. My mama did her detail cleaning on Saturday. She didn't play. And then when it came down to shopping, like you said, my mom would get up early in the morning. She'd be at the store at 7 o'clock too. 7 o'clock. But like you said, now that you've lived in this moment and now we're parents, so we understand that, okay, if you go to the store at 7 o'clock in the morning, you can get in before everybody start coming in there. And like you said, everything get picked over. And either if you don't do that, I used to go to Walmart when it was 24 hours. I would go late night. Nobody in the store when you go there like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's peaceful.
Oh, you
It's
know I'm asleep. I'm not
peaceful.
going in at 1, 2 o'clock
Yeah,
in the
we know
morning.
you sleep. Yeah, you don't sleep early like the old folks. But I
I'm
forgot.
not. I'm not going nowhere at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, that's when you bright eyed bushy's hell, honey. Like so, that's your perfect time. They messed you up with the pandemic because now you can't go nowhere.
Listen. Nowhere. I can't go to Walmart 24 hours. Can't come on, bring back Walmart for 24 hours, man. That was the best thing. Stop.
They need to though, because then when as soon as I get up, 6:45, 6 o'clock, I go. Now you gotta wait till they
Gotta
open.
wait. Exactly. Not only that, I do get that the fact that we didn't have no 8 o'clock service in the morning, but I had to get up at 7 o'clock to get dressed for she had to iron. And yeah, I wore dresses back then, y'all. My mom put me on dresses, my polo tank. But yeah, I wore dresses, so she had to iron my dress, get my stockings together. Yeah, I had to wear stockings. I had to wear that slip. Bless my heart.
Now
But
you
I
know
had
this generation don't know nothing about no slip. They don't even get dressed for interviews no more. I seen somebody come into an interview with like the jeans with the cut up holes in them. I
oh
said,
no.
"Are you lying? We had to wear suits and stockings and skirts and all kind of black and white. Okay, we couldn't wear all them colors for
You
no
better not.
interview. What you looking like?" And they be
Child,
showing regular clothes. I'm like,
them dudes be having tank tops on for interviews. I interviewed somebody as a manager one time in a tank top and some jeans. But guess what? He was one of the best workers I ever hired. I
oh
ain't gonna
no.
lie. So I mean, that's just appearance is just perception of what they might be. Because them ones that came in there dressed up with them resumes ain't wasn't worth a cuss. They really wouldn't. It wasn't worth a cuss. So, but we was taught to do that. I was taught to dress up for interviews. I was taught to have my resume. I was taught to have all of this stuff in order. So when you go in, it can be professional.
Yeah.
But now people just show up any kind of way. But
And
the
they
old
used
folks
to
are on
ask
to
for
something.
that. They don't ask for that now. They don't ask for resumes and all that stuff. You do your thing on Indeed, you put your stuff down there, and that's it. They don't ask for resumes. We used to have to put it in a piece of paper and hand it out. We ain't had no GPS. We had to go on MapQuest and print out the directions and
Okay.
look at the signs. How about that? Driving. Oh, now I got glasses now. Come on. I can barely see as it is. You expect me to drive and look at the signs and the piece of paper, and then we can't text on the phone. Okay, it's the same thing.
But we did
But
it though. We did it though. I had it. I had them directions about 5, 6 pages worth of directions going paper by paper, the turn by turn. Trying. I don't know how
yeah,
I did it to this day. Looking back, I'm looking like.
yeah, like I don't know. I can't for the life of me figure out how we got to these places
Okay.
because the phone now is like, okay, they give you turn by turn. You don't even have to look. They can hit, okay, not this light, pass this light, and then the next light, make a right.
Make a light.
It'll say that on a piece of paper. You're gonna be like, all right, not this light. By the time you look down, you done passed the light. So now you gotta turn around. Like, not
ask me to use a map now. I bet you I could.
I'd be so lost. And
Oh,
then we had the old school GPSs, the Garmin's, the ones you actually had to put on the thing, not the phone. We actually had that, and it had the map. It didn't tell you. It didn't have now when you have iPhone, they show you that this is the way you're gonna turn, and then you see the intersections, and then they show you the exit. It's like, oh man, this generation got it so good. They probably said the same about us. Our parents probably said the same thing about us, but this one. They got everything. They don't got no encyclopedias. They don't got to read nothing out the dictionary. They don't have to use
encyclopedia was the bomb now.
They don't have to use no chalkboards.
I love chalkboards too. I love the chalkboards too. They got them smart boards now. I don't even know how they work, but they got them smart boards.
Computer. My 15-year-old, they give out laptops. For school. At the beginning of the school year, they give them laptops. So they have their own laptops. They sign off on the laptops. They get a laptop and a charger. That's how they do their work. They don't even get homework like we had packets back in the day. They don't even have that. They do everything on a computer. And then at the end of the year, they have to bring the computer back and sign it back in.
No, rewind that again. You said these schools not giving, we had books. You telling me they don't do books anymore. They're signing out computers.
We had a computer class. That was the only computer that we was able to touch. We had to physically go to the computer.
The computer lab. We couldn't take that home.
Because we had a whole desktop. Okay? They got a laptop. Flat touch screen at that.
Wait a minute. They are taking home. They giving these students touchscreen laptops to take home for the whole year and do their work.
Yep.
Tell me about spoil.
Okay.
I wish I would have had that going on.
Okay.
But you know what though? In this time, we didn't have Wi-Fi. We had dial-up. Dial-up. Yeah, to plug.
And don't try to don't be like me and try to sneak on a Wi-Fi, and then you hear all that doggone noise, and you waking up the whole house because the dial-up takes so long to come on. Like, oh man, I know I'm going. You see that little AOL thing? Oh my God, child! You couldn't sneak to do nothing. You couldn't sneak to do nothing on the phone. You could sneak and text on your cell phone now. Back in the day, we couldn't do that. We had a whole house phone.
Whole house phone.
And then don't let your mother be expecting a phone call.
Child, because they have two-way and call. Yeah, you could be tired of that phone, boy.
Mr. Johnny done called your mother and it was beeping and he couldn't get through because you sit here running your mouth. Yeah, all right. You better get somebody else to do it.
Did you come from the time when they had beepers? See, I had a beeper.
My brother had a beeper. I wanted a beeper, but I wasn't old. By the time I was old enough to get a cell phone, because my mother didn't give me one until I was in high school. We had my oldest had a phone when he was 8.
No, I had to be 18. I was 18 when I got my first cell phone because my mama said I'll get it when I can pay for it. And it could go in my name. Oh, she wasn't playing with me.
Yeah, I had it in high school, freshman, because that's when I started to take the bus. I was a car baby, so I had public transportation. My mother needed me to have a phone, so she knew where I was going. But we had phones, and we had the sidekicks, and then the chirps.
I like the sidekicks.
Love them sidekicks. So that was my kind of little beeper-ish thing, but it was too big to be a beeper. Like people dial a code, and you know that code is specifically for a certain person, and then you go to the pay phone when you actually had to put the money in. A child, they don't even got that. We had free minute, like call me after 9 o'clock.
Call me after 9 o'clock. Exactly. Don't call me before 9 o'clock. I got unlimited minutes after 9. They got unlimited calling now. We had to be strategic about who we talk to.
You had to do it like a jail call when they do their beat. They'll be like, "All right, here, look, this, you got to make this 1 second. Say everything you need to say in 1 second because these minutes cost."
These minutes.
So let me tell you what I'm gonna tell you real quick because I don't want to waste my minute.
Okay, call me after 9. I'll talk to you. Text me.
But then I had to go to bed, so I ain't had nothing free because I couldn't talk to nobody because I was asleep at 9 o'clock. So
I was so mad when they took them pay phones down. I didn't know what to do. Like, what if somebody real life stranded out there, their phone dead and everything, and now they don't even have no pay phones nowhere. You seen the pay phone?
They have charger ports. They have charger ports now. Most places, like hospitals and different things like that, they have little things where you can go and you can plug your phone up. Like rest stops, the truck stops, they have the little USB things where you can plug up the outlet to charge your phone and get a little juice, stuff like that. But if you ain't nowhere near that, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Exactly. That's my point.
Man, people don't even carry money, let alone coins, for a payphone. So,
okay, it's just like another saying my mom used to say: peace of mind. Peace of mind. I never knew what that meant until I got good and grown. I think I'm probably just realizing what that really is because I just want peace sometimes. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be aggravated. I don't want to deal with the stress of life. Yeah. So when you say peace, Lord, just give me peace of mind, I know what you're saying. Peace of mind is something that we all need because it be trying times sometimes, boy, in this world. Oh, he said, Lord, just give me peace of mind. Lord, just keep my mind. She said something about keeping her mind all the time. Consecrate my mind. Is it consecrate my mind? Is that the same?
I was gonna say keeping my mind, but yeah, like that just means basically that you're not crazy. You have the ability to navigate right from wrong. Because a lot of these things can trip you up and have you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs if you put on to it. But the Lord kept my mind to the point where 1, I'm not on the first 48, and 2, I'm not in a straitjacket. So the Lord kept my mind. And nowadays, these people will drag you to hell if you let them. So it's important to stay grounded and have the Lord keep you, because if He don't keep you, the prison cell won't keep you because somebody gonna end up getting got.
Get got. And then one thing my mama told me before I had my first child, she said, keep your skirt tail down. What skirt?
Not true. You know,
what skirt, first of all? But keep my skirt tail down. But in layman terms, it
don't
means
go out there being fast.
Giving
up your goodies. Give your box.
Nah. See, and then talking about the birds and bees, not the birds and the bees. What is the birds and the bees? Like, old people really had some crazy conversations.
We had a class about that in school. Now they could just Google it and pour and come right up.
I swear. It's crazy. They already know about 6 and 5. I mean,
we had a lot of protection growing up because social media was not as prevalent as it is now. It wasn't even existent, right? So we had a lot of protection. We were safe and we were able to be kids and enjoy childhood and enjoy, for you, growing up and going outside. I didn't do that outside stuff, but growing up and having a childhood to go outside and play and all that stuff, or just to be naive about things in life. Like women, we didn't know about periods until we actually got our period. Now the little girls know all about it. It's just like they're too grown now and they have to grow up so fast. There's no way to keep them safe because you have to tell them and vomit all the information to them, because if you don't, the world will do it and you don't want them to do it.
But the crazy part about it now, we didn't have control over our, when it came down to women, we didn't have the control over birth control. If our parents say we was getting on birth control, we was getting on birth control. Now they give a 13-year-old the right and the decision to say whether or not they gonna be on birth control or not.
Wow.
I said, wait a minute. So you telling me if my daughter tells you that she don't want birth control, and then she gets pregnant, now this child is gonna be in my household. I got to take care of this child, but you let her make the decision not to get on birth control. We didn't have that freedom.
Wow. Yeah. Mm-mm.
You get on birth control. That was the bottom line for my mama household. You getting on it. We didn't have that freedom, but now they did. But you know what you think about it, if you go back to the Bible, it says we're responsible for our sins at what age? You said that. You said that. 13.
Oh, child.
Oh my God. You sitting there like, oh no. 13. You are responsible for your sins.
Well, I mean, to be honest, in the older generation, at 13, they was married, they was having kids, they was doing all the stuff. So it makes sense. They had to grow up fast in their own way. So in a way, I guess we are just repeating the cycle, but just in a different way because different things have advanced. So now it may look like it's fast, but that's just the way of the world. At 13, you have to grow up and experience all of these different things, but it's important to take the knowledge that was given to you to bring it all back to full circle. You have to take the knowledge that the old folks has given to you and really meditate on that, because you have to train the next generation, because their generation is worse. So you have to take a little bit of what you've been taught and then a little bit of what you know, because what you taught and what you know, they might be two different things. Right. Take a little bit of all of that and then implement it into the next generation, so they're prepared, because their generation after them is going to be a whole lot different. We ain't even going to know. My grandmother couldn't tell me about no technology because she ain't know nothing about it. She didn't know that was going to exist. Exactly. So you have to make sure that you soak up everything that is out here now, all the technology, learn it all, so you can inform the next generation and then they can do the same. But if you just take it and don't apply it and it just go in one ear and out the other, you're going to be lost in this world. Them old folk sayings, that has kept us grounded, and it'll continue to keep us grounded until we pass on, and we have to figure out a way to repurpose it so they can apply it to the new generation. Because saying by and by, they're going to look at us like, okay, bye, see you later. This generation a little. So you got to repurpose what you've been told and pass it on and pay it forward.
Not repurpose. Look at it on the podcast terms. Repurpose it. I like that. All right, so this is what we're going to do now. We're going to do a twist. So, you got to tell everybody how to follow the Blemished Beauty Podcast and what's coming up for the Blemished Beauty Podcast. But I also want you to give a little dose of motivation for the young generation about how to use at least one of these terms in their lives to better their lives. All right. On you.
Okay. So, what I can say is a peace of mind. I will use that term because that term is very important. A peace of mind is very vital, because having your peace, they say in the Bible that it passes all understanding. And when you have peace to do certain things and you have peace in certain situations, it helps you to treat people better. It helps you to navigate in spaces better because you show up your authentic self. You don't let things sway you. You don't let things move you. You understand when you have a peace of mind, and that comes from having a relationship with God. You understand that the weapons will form, but they will not prosper. So once you have that peace, it gives you the strength to continue to show up and go through things, right? So how you can follow me, I am the host of the Blemished Beauty Podcast, and it airs every Tuesdays and Thursdays on Facebook and YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are getting ready to enter season 5, which starts in January. So you guys follow me. And then in January, I have my own platform, Facebook group called the Graceful Empowerment Alliance. And you guys can tap in, and that's where you will get transformation, videos, and it's just a community, a village for adults, because children have villages, and it's important for adults to have villages too. So make sure you tap in with me and stay connected with me.
Boom. Congratulations on the group. That's going to be real interesting because, man, when I tell y'all, she be pumping you up with them visuals. She pumping you up. So y'all need to make sure y'all join that group. But this won't be the last time you see me and sis up. We always talking about some interesting things or whatever. Her childhood wasn't lit like mine playing outside because she didn't like bugs and stuff.
Mud, no. That's not the gift God gave me.
I always got to bother her, man. Talking about she went out. So if you didn't go outside, what did you do? Played inside.
I had a vivid imagination. I played pretend in my room. I mean, I played on my bike, but then once I got tired, that was like an hour. I'm done with this. I'm going in the house. I'm going, play cashier. I'm gonna talk to my dolls. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do in my own little, circumference. I'm not going outside. Bugs is out there. It's hot. I don't. I'm still like that as an adult. Summertime, you can have it. Not going outside.
You don't go outside?
I hate the summertime. I will literally be in my car in the park. Like I'm not
in the car. What's the point? Like
the scenery. I like the scenery. Yeah, I like to see the water. I like to see all of that. But I'm in the car, so I can have my window down, and then when I see a bug, I'm rolling it up. Like I'm listening to my music. I'm cool. Just chilling.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to get her outside. Next year, y'all. We gonna get her outside, move. But this don't make no sense now. Okay, well, thanks, sis, for coming back for another round of Twisted Tuesdays.
Of course.
Next time she'll be back, y'all, but it'll probably be sooner. We gonna make sure she go outside, okay? We gonna get. Yes, we is. You going outside?
I'll be outside in March.
Let me get her off this stage, y'all. March. Oh, mercy. Okay. Yeah, watch after March, y'all. Y'all gonna see her outside when she be outside by the trees and stuff. Yeah, this is the Blemished Beauty Podcast, and I'm just out here to give y'all a dose of motivation. Mark my word now. After March, she gonna be outside with the bugs. We gonna get her there, y'all, one day at a time. All right, so make sure y'all tune in every single Tuesday for a twisted, real conversation about real life things. Listen, more than enough as a child. Things that my mom said, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But when I did become an adult, I started realizing that everything that she told me, it meant something. Literally, it meant something. And I went through some things behind the things that she said. Keep living, by and by. The older you get, the more things you're going to learn in each stage of your life. And you're going to understand why your parents said certain things in your life, especially if you come from an old school parent that, in the olden days, they taught us what they knew. And they did the best with the knowledge that they had. And guess what? It made us some great individuals because of the things they did know. So take the advice from, if you have an opportunity to sit down with someone that's elderly, listen. Just listen to them because their stories matter. Their lives matter. And the things that they know from back then, you can learn something from it. Because my mom used to wash clothes on a wash basin by hand. And when you learn these old techniques, when you don't have technology and you was fortunate enough to have a parent that knew another way to do something, then guess what? You're going to always survive in everything that you do. So appreciate the things that they have to say because it matters. It really do. So until next time, y'all, continue to break the silence in your life and learn to listen to people and gain your own understanding. So until next time, later.